Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Thanksgiving picks are now up. Last week we were 3-0 with a push. Let's get this money. We're coming. I am not going anywhere. 4 years strong, winning money every year. Let's get to the first game of NFL Week 12. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Jacksonville Jags. Jags are +4. I really like the Jags to cover, Ravens to win by a field goal. Even if the Ravens are playing good and vibing this game, we know they're going to let the Jags backdoor cover. We just know how that history has been. And the Ravens are one of the most confusing teams in the league. I absolutely love their offensive game planning. Defense seems to be getting better every week, but they let teams hang around in games. The injuries to the receiving corps is holding this team back, and we got to give this Jags offense credit. I know with stats, I know with results, they haven't been a great offense, but they consistently move the ball week in and week out. I really like the Jags to cover the 4. Ravens win with a late Justin Tucker field goal. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons, Mariota, at the Washington No Names. No Names are -4. Money. No Names winning the cover. We had him against the Texans last week. Me and the Patreon users, we got the No Names in early Monday at -3. We saw it pop up to -4, but I still like the Commanders in this game. The Commanders are built to beat bad teams. Exhibit A was the Texans last week. Listen, the Commanders have a really good front seven, especially stopping the run. It looks like Chase Young will be sprinkled in this week, and all the Falcons can do is run it. They barely use Cordero Patterson anymore. We saw that kick return last week, but you don't think Mariota can pass, man. I don't think it. You don't think it. I'm sure the Commanders don't think it. They're going to try to make him throw, and I just don't see the results coming without Kyle Pitts. This Atlanta receiving core is pedestrian with an even more pedestrian quarterback. And Heineke, we know he plays bad if he's down 14-0, 14-7, but I don't think he gets in this situation. Commanders' run game is getting going every single week. They're getting better with time, and this Falcons defense is extremely vulnerable, and honestly, they were lucky to beat Chicago on Sunday. Give me the No Names -4. Make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are +2.5. Panthers winning the cover. Both defenses are good. Both offenses are absolutely tragic and terrible. If PJ Walker is back, I think the Panthers will get the boost they need. Baker Mayfield isn't it. He never was it. We were always right about him while the media was hyping him up. But I just think the Panthers run the rock better this game. We saw the Broncos release Melvin Gordon, but that's not going to fix the schemology of Hackett. That's not going to fix their lack of ability to run the ball. And Russell Wilson, he's going to get pressured this game. Brian Burns is going to be indented in his hip pocket. And when Russell has pressure, he more or less floats into it and takes sacks instead of evading. I think this Panthers defense plays better than the Broncos. I think the Broncos are absolutely demoralized and beaten, and the grave has been dug after the Raiders did him in overtime. I like the Panthers to win in the cover, home field advantage here. Next game, we got the Houston Texans, Lovey, at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are -12.5. Money. Dolphins winning the cover. Be very careful here. Fundamentals say, yeah, you want the +12.5. You want the +13 of the Texans. But for me, there's very few teams in this league as explosive as the Miami Dolphins. And I said 2 weeks ago, everyone talked about the Panthers tanking. Everyone talked about other teams tanking. There's one team tanking in this football league. It is the Houston Texans. And their defensive lines just can't get a pass rush. And if you let Tua scan the field, make 3 or 4 reads on a play, this Miami receiving core with Waddle, Hill will absolutely tear you up. I know the minus 12.5 is an awful large bite to chew off. But this is a week where we see this Dolphins defense continuously get better. I know they've been poor this year, but they seem to be making improvement after improvement. And if Dougie Mills is back there trying to throw, I don't like their chances. Now, you always worry about this Miami run defense. But if Miami gets up early, 10-0, 13-3, don't the Texans have to pass it? And the Texans really got their run game stuffed against the Commanders. We know it's easier to move the Dolphins, but I still think the Dolphins do enough on defense. Tua takes over. Dolphins with the money pick. Be careful on this one. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Bucs at the Cleveland Browns. Bucs are -3. I got the Bucs to win by a field goal, but Browns cover this 3.5 with the hook. And I've been off on the Browns all year, and that's paid me pretty well. But I'm on the Browns this week if we're talking about covering. I'm just not bought into this Tampa Bay team getting better after beating the Seahawks in Germany. I know everyone's going to come in here and say Tampa Bay by 10 or 7 points, but I just think the Browns will come up with something this week. And, the matchup says, okay, Nick Chubb against the Bucs defense. You would think this Bucs front 7 would win that battle. I think they win the game, but I think the Browns cover this. Not a lot of science here. I don't think this is the slam dunk everyone thinks. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the Thanksgiving Vegas spread video. I uploaded it Monday. Let's get the money. Let's eat some turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Next game. We're going out west. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Seattle Seahawks. Raiders are +3.5. I got the Raiders to win in the cover. I had them last week against Denver, and I pleaded with you guys not to bet it. It's kind of the same scenario this week. I just think the Raiders pull off some magic, and I do think the luster of the Seahawks is wearing off a little bit. The reason why +3.5 with the Raiders isn't any sort of money pick is because we know this Raiders defense is damn bad. But when you look at the Seahawks offense, you get good play from Geno Smith, but the Seahawks offense revolves around running it with Walker, play action, getting physical with people. I think if you're going to try to run it on the Raiders, that plays in on them. I want to attack this Raiders secondary. I want to attack this Raiders pass rush, even though they have Crosby, but I don't think the Seahawks will do it. I think this is another one of those late season games that comes out of nowhere to slap you. I really do. Raiders winning the cover, upset. I know you guys won't be riding with me. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears, the Bears, at the New York Jets. Jets are -4.5. Money. Borderline money pick. Could you please listen carefully? If Trevor Siemian plays, I'm betting the Jets. If Justin Fields is in there, I want absolutely no part of this game. I will say it again. If Trevor Siemian plays, take the Jets -4.5. The Bears got one of the worst offensive lines in the league, and everyone likes attacking Justin Fields, but they don't realize how bad this offensive line is. And we know this Jets defense can play. We saw what they did against the Patriots. We've seen what they did this whole damn season. I don't care if Joe starts. I don't care if Zach Wilson starts. I don't think Salah's benching Zach Wilson, although I would be tempted to. I think the Jets will get the run game going this game. The Bears are absolutely decimated on defense. They were terrible against the Falcons, even though the Falcons are terrible on offense. Give me the Jets with the -4.5. If Trevor Siemian starts, I just don't see how the Bears are going to move the ball. Next game! We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Arizona Cardinals. Chargers are -4. Chargers to win in the cover. If Kyler's back, I'm going to go this way too. As long as Herbert has one good receiver to throw to, I think we'll continue to see this Chargers team evolve. We were on the right side of the Chargers last week with the money pick against the Chiefs, and I know a lot of the money's probably going to be going with Zona, and the desert isn't a joke for a home field advantage. I just think Zona is done at this point, and I don't like the way Zona matches up with this Chargers defense. This Chargers defense is really, really bad. I'm not trying to weave a separate spell, but this Cardinals offense, they're so inconsistent. I don't like the scheme from Cliff Kingsbury. It seems like they're falling off the cliff. Give me the Chargers to win in the cover. Next game! We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. Titans are +1. Money, money, money! Money, Titans to win in the cover. Making a money pick. Last week we had the Bengals against the Steelers. We had to swat that one out, but it turned out very well and lucrative for us. But I got the Titans to win this damn game. I got questions about this Bengals offensive line still. I got serious questions about this Bengals front seven. I think this is going to be a grinder of a football game. I think it's going to be extremely ugly. Now I know bringing back Jamar Chase for these Bengals, it could add an added amount of explosion, but the Titans are getting Dupree back. It looks like he'll be back, but more importantly, they're getting Jeffrey Simmons back. I just think the Titans win this game with the big uglies. Defensive line dominates, and I also think the Titans will be able to run the rock, and Tannehill is slowly playing better football. He wasn't too good against the Broncos, but he's been getting better. I think the Titans do more this game. I think it's a one-score game, but I truly believe it goes the Titans' way, and everyone's been trying to bury the Titans this year, and we keep picking them. Titans +1, make it a money pick. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Kansas City Chiefs. Rams are +14.5. This is a tough one. I'm going Rams to cover, Chiefs to win. There is no science here. Chiefs struggle covering large spreads. It looks like no Stafford. If Stafford's in the game, my opinion would obviously be different. But I'm going Rams cover, Chiefs to win. There is no science here. I would not bet this one. There isn't much to analyze this game, especially with the Rams completely out of the race, completely out of contention. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the San Francisco 49ers. Saints are +9.5. I got the Saints to pull a backdoor cover this game. 49ers to win. This 49ers team, I really love how they're playing. I feel like they're getting in a groove. The run game is working at a high rate, and Garoppolo actually hasn't been that bad. But I think the Saints are able to keep this close, and this game's going to be similar to that 49ers-Chargers game, where you watch that game, you feel like the 49ers should be up 14, 17 points. Yeah, they keep it close. 49ers don't cover. Give me the Saints to cover, man. And when I look at the Saints team, you got to think there's going to be some sort of last onslaught, some sort of last Alamo, especially in that weak NFC South. I think the Saints play better than normal. 49ers win, Saints cover. Next game, Monday Night Football. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, Tomlin, at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are -2.5. Money, money, money! Money! Colts to win in the cover. Like this one the whole week. I liked it as soon as I saw it. Now that the Colts are able to run the ball, they're able to play complementary football. I've been saying for the last 5-6 weeks, I truly believe this Colts defense is a top 5 unit. They proved it against Philly, and they're going to prove it this game. I'm just not a big Kenny Pickett guy. He gave us a little bit of a scare in that first half of the Bengals, but I don't think that offensive line will hold up against the Colts. I think the Colts will get three interior pressure against Kenny Pickett, and I think he'll fold. And if the Steelers can't run the ball, I can't see what they're going to do on offense. No, I'm not saying Matt Ryan's going to come out and play good football. I'm not trying to dream weave anyone some sort of unrealistic situation. But like I said, now that Jonathan Taylor's back in play, now that Big Saturday's adding new ideas and formations to this offense, I think the Colts run it better than the Steelers. Not a lot of science. I just feel the Colts in this game, and it's going to be a close one. Whenever you bet against Mike Tomlin, you will be in for a sweater. But Colts to win in the cover, making a money pick Monday Night Football. Last game of the week, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Packers are +7, Packers to cover, Eagles to win. I mean, this Eagles team, they need to stop the run better. I know they brought in Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph, and I think that'll have a long-term positive effect. But we know what the Packers are going to do. They're going to grind this game out against Dallas. They're going to look for some magic to win it. I think the Packers will have some success running it, not an awful lot. And I just feel like this Eagles offense is in the doldrums. If this was like Eagles -6, Eagles -6.5, I would probably bet the Eagles here. But now that it's at 7, it opens up a lot of push possibilities. Green Bay, they kind of almost play more for the spread than to win games. If you've been watching them this whole year, I think the Packers do just enough to keep this close. Packers to cover, Eagles to win. Thanksgiving video, I did it Monday. Vikings moved down to -2.5. I still really like that money pick. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Share the videos, hit the like button. Let's get this money. I appreciate everyone. Let's have a good November. Let's have a good December. We're off to a hot streak. Let's keep it going.
Get up out the how many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then the levee gon' break. If I take 2, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done with doubt, we on the now. Step after step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around, around, around.